Hey, happy 4th if you're here in America. Just checking in with a little update. Last time I checked in, I was getting ready to cheer for the BAA 10K, everyone taking part, and you guys just got brutalized by the weather like normal. It was, almost 90 degrees, full sun, and that course has no shade, so congrats to anyone who got it done that day. It was brutal out there just cheering, so I can't even imagine running. Last Wednesday, I had my first infusion of vincristine, which I made a reel about. It'll be in my profile somewhere. But Joe was able to go over with me. They basically did blood work. My white blood cells were, a little aggravated by the gliostine, but we got the vincristine going. I had very little problems with the actual IV and everything. What actually takes the longest for those appointments, the IV drip was actually like 10 minutes, but they weigh you and then they prescribe your chemotherapy based on your weight and your labs. So it takes about an hour for the pharmacy to mix up your chemotherapy before you actually get your IV, so that's like the longest part of the appointment. That evening, I started taking the procarbazine, and for the first 3 days, they had me take it with anti-nausea drugs, even though I was taking it at night. And it definitely, like, the anti-nausea drugs are great because they make you feel not nauseous, but they also, like, give you crazy constipation. So you really have to be careful with how you use them. So they said after the first 3 days, I could take it at night and see how I felt in the morning. And if I wasn't nauseous, I could just drop out the anti-nausea, which I've been doing. So hopefully my stomach will be getting back to normal a little bit better. The day after my infusion and starting my third chemo drug, I had been scheduled to run the Twilight 5000, and my friend Alia basically was like, you got to go do it. You're going to regret it if you don't. So I went over and it actually went a lot better than I thought. And I started out with like the 28 plus minute pace group and basically started picking off the pace groups one by one during the rest of the race. Unfortunately, the guy who was counting our laps counted me incorrectly. So when I actually had 2 laps left, he told me 1 lap left. And so they got out the tape and everything, and I broke the tape and I looked at my watch and I was like, I think I have another 100 meters, but it was still a fun time. The next one is on August 17th and I'll be over at MIT again. So definitely planning on being there for that one as well. Yesterday, Joe and I had a call with a medical bills negotiating company and just basically consulting us what we should be doing about MGH next. And when we had just had to update income stuff with Mass Health and with MGH, and she was saying as she was looking over their website that it looks like we'll easily qualify for some financial assistance. So we should be able to get a dramatic reduction of the bill that I owe to MGH, which is great because it looks like my insurance is going to start costing a little bit out of pocket now instead of being free since we're out of the COVID emergency. So yeah, just trucking along. I got like another week or so before I get my next infusion. And then it'll be 3 weeks of just blood testing to see if I'm ready for the next chemo cycle. So hope you all have a great holiday and I will talk to you soon.